Ms. Limoncello, please.
Good evening, and thank you to the League of Women Voters for hosting this tonight, and welcome to everyone that is here tonight. My name is Lisa Limoncello, and I currently serve as the Vice Chair for the Waltham School Committee. I have been on the school committee for almost 4 years. I'm a parent of 2 teenage daughters, both attending public school. I worked at TJX Companies for 20 years, and am currently a stay-at-home mom. Over the past 4 years on the school committee, I have worked hard to learn the role of a school committee member. I was the chairperson for the superintendent search to hire Dr. Nicholson. In 2011, I was made a member of the Massachusetts All-State Committee by the MASC, which, for those of you who don't know, is the Massachusetts Association of School Committees. I have never worked in education and have no alliances with any group. As a school committee member, our main functions are to hold the superintendent accountable on job effectiveness, support the budget process and how it aligns with our district goals, set policy, and negotiate with bargaining units. I feel very strongly that we should have a strong parental and private sector experience presence on the school committee. I am both of those. We do not need former educators ingrained in the system micromanaging the superintendent or setting personal agendas. We need parents who are committed to supporting the staff, advocating for our students, responsibly monitoring the budget, and working as a team with other school committee members to achieve our goals. In response to the question that was asked to us, what qualities could the district encourage in their students in order for graduates to succeed in life? My idea of an excellent education is a well-rounded student, one who can be a good team player and leader, have a strong sense of community, be involved and take pride in your city, uses good judgment, and above all, acts with integrity. Waltham Public Schools should be guiding and supporting 21st centuries, an understanding of the digital world and what the future holds. Problem solving, thinking outside the box, and being a risk taker are some of the skills we need to teach our students to be successful. Waltham Public Schools and their parents can nurture and create lifelong learners by encouraging involvement in all the activities we have available. Waltham provides a good education for our students to succeed in life. I have said this numerous times that we are so much more than an MCAS score. Those numbers are only a snapshot of the quality of our students and staff. We have many opportunities available to all our students. We offer a selection of musical instrumental classes at the elementary level, foreign languages at the middle school level, which is unheard of in many communities. We have numerous clubs and athletics. I understand that all students will not go to college, and that's okay. But we have enough opportunities and resources to help all students achieve in whatever career path they wish to take. Students need to figure out what makes them happy, what they are good at, how to be independent using good judgment with a strong moral ethic.
Thank you. We'll now move on to Ms. Monfett.
Hello, my name is Susan Monfett. I want to begin by saying thank you to the League of Women Voters for giving me this opportunity to be with all of you tonight and highlight to you who I am and why you should vote for me as your next school committee member. Currently, I'm a teacher in Watertown and have 14 years of teaching experience overall. Outside of the classroom, I'm a mother of 3. In the community, I volunteer for many organizations such as Gore Place, Bristol Lodge, a newly appointed Daisy Troop leader, and active Fitzgerald School PTO member. I know what our schools need not only as an educator, but also as a passionate parent whose children will be part of the Waltham schools for the next 17 years. I am invested in education personally and professionally. I want to commit my time and energy to our educational system. I'm running for school committee because I know there is always room for improvement within our schools, and Waltham's kids deserves a school committee representative that will set the course for student success and also someone with the expertise to know exactly what that means. My professional background in education will be beneficial and immediately utilized to bring expertise and a different perspective to the children, teachers, administrators, and community. An excellent education means a community willing to make education a top priority. An excellent education comes from well-trained faculty, cutting-edge resources, and an ideal learning environment. As a school committee member, I want to work as a team to give the schools, teachers, and children what they need to ensure graduates succeed in life. An excellent education also needs to come from parental involvement and community members having open lines of communication with teachers, administrators, and school committee members. I want to provide ways that all invested in education have a voice. When we are proud of our accomplishments, we share them so others can follow. At times, we may need to come together to solve difficult problems that should not remain private or ignored. Together, we hold the answers, and as a community, we need to work to help bring these solutions to the table. In the end, our schools will be stronger, our educators will feel empowered, and our community members will feel a sense of progress. The other day in my classroom at the end of a morning meeting, I asked the children to think about this quote. As you grow older, you will discover you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. I want to be a school committee member because I believe I have the knowledge to help guide Waltham schools in the direction that will consistently provide an excellent education for our students. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, Mr. Rando, please.
Yes, also I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters, and I apologize to the people behind me here in my back. I'm Stephen Rando, and I was born in Waltham, and I went through the Waltham schools. I have 4 children that went through the Waltham schools, and they all did very well for themselves. My daughter Julie tells me that's because of Mr. Steinberg, the teacher that she had, and although I tell her I'm a great teacher, she still insists that Mr. Steinberg was something else. My work experience, by the way, I have 8 grandchildren, 4 of which presently are in the Waltham school system. Now, my work experience has been a teacher in Waltham for 26 years, and I've touched pretty much every grade level. As a principal once, and I didn't have a substitute, I went into a kindergarten for 3 days, and all I can say about that is thank God for those kindergarten teachers. I held 4 administrative positions prior to being principal of the Jonathan Bright School for 10 years. So I have the perspective of a parent, of a teacher, of administrator, a principal. My personal policy has been, and it will continue to be, to go into the schools several times a year and talk to the teachers and all staff members, the custodians, cafeteria workers, the nurses. Okay, they know me. I was part of their body. They trust me. They open up to me. It's not a school committee member is in the building. It's Steve Rando is in the building. The school committee may know what's going on. I want to know how it's going. As far as qualities that will produce a good student, I think it should be an educational system that provides for the needs of all, a system that uses a variety of formal and informal assessments. Sometimes children do not test well under standardized tests. A system that offers a wide range of academic subjects, including the arts. It has been proven that the arts help these children tremendously in their academic subjects. A system where the teaching staff is well qualified and of a high moral character, which will produce integrity, perseverance, and caring in our children. A system that instills confidence in their students, where a student doesn't ask, what are my meager talents among so many, but to do the best they can. And finally, a system that encourages collaboration, something our teachers really ask for, and a system where the morale is high. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Randall. I'll now go through the same sequence to ask each candidate a specific and critical question about his or her background. This question will be, in my opinion, very relevant to the strength of your candidacy. In the past, school committee members have had to recuse themselves from important votes because of a conflict of interest. Do you have any conflicts that would prevent you from participating in decisions fully? And I'll begin with Ms. Burstein, please.
No.
I'll go on to Ms. Dowsett, please.
No, I do not.
None.
None.
Thank you. Mr. Frassica.
No, I do not.
Thank you. Ms. Limoncello.
I have to recuse myself for WEA negotiations.
Thank you. Ms. Monfett?
No, I do not.
Mr. Rando?
Yes, I do. I have a daughter that teaches in the Waltham school system. And can I comment on the conflict, Mr. Stern?
Certainly, you
Do I
have a full
time?
minute.
Yes, I do. Presently, there are 6 members to the Waltham School Committee. It takes 4 yes votes for an issue to be approved. I believe the committee voted several years ago that in the event there weren't enough members present, they would have to have at least 4 present to conduct business with 3 yeses to approve that business. Let me just say, school committee members take their presence at the meetings very seriously. It's very seldom that they're not present. Most likely, if it's a type of issue that is very, very important, they will table it and then bring it up when the committee is in full attendance. If there is a conflict among so many members that they cannot vote, then the rule of necessity would apply. The State Ethics Commission has approved the rule of necessity, which lifts the conflict from those teachers, school committee members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rando. At this point, I will begin our round of questioning, and I will begin that round with Ms. Dowsett, please. No, I'll begin that round, with Ms. Burstein. Ms. Burstein, because I don't have information from your response to the league's questionnaire, I had to develop a question which I presume will elicit your thoughts about the state of affairs in the Waltham schools. And here's my question. In what way or ways will your continued presence on the school committee have a positive effect on the Waltham school system in general?
The Waltham School Committee needs, my time on the school committee, every 2 years we have an election, and there is, in every instance that has occurred over my tenure, there has been a change in the makeup of the committee. The committee needs to adapt to that, quickly, because we've been experiencing a lot of turnover in our administrators. And part of that comes from the climate that is established by the school committee. I think that some continuity is important. I think that I have contributed and would like to continue to contribute my experience in collaborative leadership, because I do believe, as someone else has mentioned, that we need to work as a team, together as a school committee, but we also need to be partners with the administration. And the more turnover there is on the committee, the more disruptive that is. We have just come through one contract with our current superintendent after a series of turnovers in that position. And I think it's very important that we maintain some stability and be able to grow on and build on the relationship so that we can have we can actually make some more progress and not have to be starting again with new leaders on both the committee and in the administration.